Good evening from down under, everyone. My name is Rayman Splits, and we're going to continue our Let's Play of Super Robot Wars Y cross playthrough. This should be part 57 in the series, and as time recording, we have got the expansion pack released. So, the 1.3 update came out yesterday, along with some free content, as well as the intro mission. However, given that the intro mission is probably not going to take very long, I figured I would wait until DLC came out, the expansion pack I should say, and kind of do the intro mission and one more mission in a single video. As for what the DLC units are, we will cover that shortly. Unfortunately, the free content is kind of locked to the last side of the game, so we won't see that until quite a while yet, but overall it's fun. Doesn't really do much though, but it's fun. One thing we are going to do though, and I'm going to do it on screen, so we're going to go into upgrading our mechs, and we're going to go to the Suzabi, and we are just going to boost it all the way. Why are we boosting it all the way? So I have a sneaking suspicion that this is going to save us some money. Unfortunately, it's going to cost a lot of money too. We'll go move. Alright. Don't need to worry about parts or training or anything like that because obviously intro mission stuff, so we'll get straight into the episode. So don't forget to leave a like and subscribe if you have been enjoying so far. And again, with the natural disaster that recently happened in Japan, be sure to look into that and see what's going on, because obviously a lot of people's lives were probably affected by it. So, contact our intro mission for the DLC. So let's get straight into it. So on the bridge, there are things in this universe that are beyond common understanding. That's real deep, Anina. Do you think? So, what do we have to thank for this sudden philosophical bit? It's just something I suddenly remembered. It's actually from my mentor, Dr. Tetsuro Yagami. My father said that. Dr. Yagami was quite the polymath. Xenoarchaeology happens to be one of many fields he studied. Xenoarchaeology sounds like 40k stuff. That's a study of ancient civilizations, ancient super civilizations on other planets as opposed to the ones from Earth, correct? Yes, I understand there are artifacts of long extinct civilizations known to exhibit what you might call supernatural properties. I've never been one to believe in hocus pocus myself. Don't be so close-minded, Captain Nove. Until recently, most people didn't believe in extraterrestrial intelligence life to begin with. And yet, now the idea of alien civilizations out there isn't just public, it's common knowledge. Okay, when you put it that way, artifacts with supernatural properties. There's a lot of space, you know, and it's full of mysteries yet to be discovered and unraveled. The event may even happen across a few as it travels. When you think about it, the boson box from Nadesco fits this perfectly. That would be quite the adventure, wouldn't it? So, I'm imagining our first contact already with something completely unknown to humanity. It's so exciting, I'm ready to burst. I get that, and it'd be great if it worked that way, but you know it's not guaranteed to be all sunshine and rainbows, right? Me personally, I just hope we don't get... Me personally, I'm just hoping we don't open a big old can of trouble. Yeah, about that. Wait, this alarm. We've confirmed a meteor on a collision course with the A event. From where, I don't see anything like that in our observation logs. It didn't come from anywhere, it just appeared out of the void. There's a colony in its trajectory, meaning there's a chance it'll make a direct impact should we pursue this. Set a course for the projected impact point. If they need our help in any way, we'll do everything we can. Alright. Contacts. So the DLC is actually like 6 series, 8 units in particular. The first of many that you are actually going to see right off the bat. Alright. So for those who are familiar with the name can already guess the first DLC. We are getting Charged Counterattack. Bella's children, basically. I'm not going to say the whole name, it's annoying to say. So we get 2 great units from that DLC. So that's the reason why I upgraded to Suzuki. Yep, so obviously Dimension Shenanigans happening again. What is that machine? Haruka, okay. I can already tell she is going to be a fan favorite in this DLC pack. As for the reason why, once we have control, I will show her off. And then we have another mech that shows up. So strangely enough, this mech is not an alien dimensional being. This one is actually a native to the Super Robot Wars Y World. That is to say, this dimension. Which is kind of interesting, actually. Alright, so this is the first 3 of the 6 that we get. So I can't hate this man. I really can't hate him. Okay. Alright, so we're finally getting to the start of the mission. Alright. So, I will start by saying I'm not familiar with everything of this DLC. I've seen some stuff, I have not seen the rest. Alright, let's go over everyone's soon-to-be favorite female character, I'm sure. This is the Ember, and its pilot, Haruka. So she is from, as you can kind of guess, Idolmaster. I believe the series in itself has several offshoots, and there's one that has Mecha in it, and it just happens to be her. The reason why everyone's going to love her is if you look at her spirit list, you'll notice Vela is the 4th spirit command that she gets access to, which means she's going to have an incredibly early Vela access. Oh boy, that's going to make a lot of people happy and make her very well used. She also has a cheap wall, and she is basically a walking brick. Well, I should say a flying brick, but anyway. She also has, if it wasn't more than enough, a barrier. So she's got wall and a barrier. And she's got Sport Defend. So she is a brick. And a very tanky one at that. 2 attacks because it's the intro stage. I expect there to be more. Okay, we have Tabern. This is from the Star Driver movie, I believe. 2 attacks again because it's the intro. He also has a decent spirit list. Excel, Spirit Press, Soul. So kill a lot of people. hit them really hard, intuition to dodge and always hit, and a heal even though he won't need it, I'm sure. No abilities on the mech yet. He might not have any, period. Basically, he does more stuff, and more morale he has, he does even more stuff. It's actually really good. Like, look at that. Look at that. Extra mobility, move, and damage dealt at 150 morale, which is not hard to do. In fact, we can just... Oh look, it's activated already. Yeah, so those are two of the units we get. So we will try to show off their movesets. Move one over, I guess. We'll show the punch. Obviously, we're probably going to be killing these units in one hit, so it will take a while to show off everything, I guess. Her mech kind of reminds me of, I can't remember what name of it is in the Double O movie, but it's Thierry's mech. I think it's Raphael, might be the one. But it certainly has that vibe. So, we kill one enemy and it triggers a cutscene. So, clearly this being the intro, we still have some other series to build just quite yet, so... There we go. So we have Eureka 7. I think it's like a movie or something. I can't quite remember. I'm not actually familiar with specific series in which this one comes from. And we got Cross Ange. I believe this is the later part of Cross Ange in terms of the timeline of the series, so... Yeah, so from what I understand, there's 8 mechs, only 6 series. Bella's Children has 2 mechs associated with it. I believe the Eureka 7 has the other mech. I think it's an upgrade, I want to say. So we'll have to definitely try and put some upgrades into that thing. Bullseye, Wall, Flash, Wish, Soul, Love, Decent Spirit, list all things around. Potential level 9, hell yeah. Mail Rider, so extra money for killing enemies, very nice. She probably makes a good contestant for Lucky Star 3 out of everyone. Soul, Love, Fortune, Focus, Intuition, all very nice things. I mean, we may as well use it for the money. So we'll show off, again, more attacks. We're not going to be able to show off everything because everything is just going to die anyway. So we'll try and show off the weaker attacks first, I suppose. Well, these guys are there. They're only level 73 anyway, so all this use of love and whatnot probably isn't actually going to achieve anything. I do love the animations though, even for this thing. They kind of look like funnels to me, but obviously Ishirika 7 is entirely different universe, so I'm not sure what those things are. They're cool nonetheless, I feel. And then we have even more time warpy stuff. So what makes me happy about this DLC in particular is that it adds more folks to my next playthrough when I redo the Forte run. Just because with the Forte run I want to do a all-female cast with Forte on the final map, so obviously filling the numbers is quite important. Obviously there's not going to be enough regardless, so to fill in the void of the remaining ones, it'll be like folks who have female sub-pilots like the Dyna Zenon and the Combat 1V and stuff, so. Which is, I find, fine, because Yume and Chizuru and stuff are somewhat involved in chats, so. But yeah, so this is the last of the series, and this one actually scares me something shocking. So, from what I understand in interviews, unfortunately its spiritless is not nice. I feel like it's got Pierce and Valor, that's like all about it, all things considered. It's got Smash as well, but yeah. It could be better for a multiplayer mech, I'm not gonna lie. It's got 2 attacks, which again is fine because it's the intro stage. What worries me is this. So, I'm not entirely familiar with previous games in the entry that have Idion, but I know that there are game over cases involved with it. And well, I've been ensured, because people have seen an interview where people raise concerns, that him being killed won't cause a game over. I have a feeling that Gage might still have a game over mechanic, but I guess we'll have to wait and see on that one. But hopefully, nothing like that. I say hopefully, but yeah. Alright, so we'll show off this attack. Yeah. Yeah, so now with all that said, I will say there's one thing I like about Idion is that how absurdly big it is on the mission map. Look how chunk he is. Look how tall he is. Even though he's on a 1x1 square. His size shows compared to the rest of these units, who's medium there, who's small there, who's medium there. Like, he's huge. He's just straight up huge. No arguments, no debates about it. So. Activate Drive. Activate Fortune because we can, and Bullseye. Activate Gain, though that won't matter because he's not recruitable yet. Yeah, if it wasn't obvious, on the intro stage you don't get to recruit any of them. That's why their score is 0 and not 69, because 69 is the highest the default unit will go. Because they have it set so it's 1 below ace bonus. Now I imagine on its next stage where we get to use Adawan, we'll probably get instructions on how the eye gauge works. So.
ってみる。インベルはこういうこともできる。
Now, again, I don't know anything about her series, but I do like her mech already. Like I said, it reminds me of Chiiri's mech from Double O Trail, Awakening of Trailblazer. But it's also, like, kind of has a feel of, what's the word I'm looking for? It has a feel of, kind of like a smaller big O with those big giant arms. So. Alright, so our friend took a hit. Let's see if the gauge gets affected by it. I kind of expected that the gauge might be locked or not active on the first map. Standard rifles, yeah, so we can show that off. 照準補正完了。
その位置なら反撃できる。牽制は必要ない。
データ保全の。
Alright. Yeah, so the gauge didn't go up or anything like that, so... we will pull the unit back. We're going to purposely delay this just a little bit, just to show off one or two more attacks. So we'll show off freezing bullets next. Alrighty. So we'll show off piles now. And this will end our intro map.
相対速度算出。照準補正完了。
右の頬を殴られたらクロスカウンターだ。入るからは逃げられない。
Galactic Pretty Boy. He is a good character. Alright, so the map is over. All the experience parts is, well, moot. So... yeah, so how she's alive is actually a bit weird. I can only assume that her pale mail has already gotten the conversion to be functional in outer space, because that happens in other games. So, as you can see, Takuto is the only one who sticks around and isn't walked away. So he's natural born of this world, which I find kind of interesting. Yeah, so Ichika's like, maybe we should stick around just a little bit. Yeah, probably. The real question is how you're gonna fit body the idol on the body A advert, but okay. Alright, so some basic leveling for Suyaku and June and boss. And now we have a whole bunch of them. Alright, so we got what? Eureka 7. Star Driver, which I honestly just might do that one first. So I guess the media was a Idol Master thing? And Space One Away. I need to think for a second. Who is the one not currently visible? Char's Counterattack. Okay. So I guess that's going to be after all that. So we got to pick one. What I'll do is I'll quickly go into the equip parts. And who we got? We got these two friends here. Okay, we'll give them both Prana Converters then. I'm not super concerned about the XP parts or anything like that at this present time. So, alright, mission. I guess we will start with. Yeah, we'll start with Star Driver, the Galactic Pretty Boy. So in the residential quarter, it's always nice to pass through Japan again. Yeah, the event's our home now, but it doesn't mean we've forgotten where we come from. We've apparently missed a lot though. Did you hear about the big Japan headline? No, what happened? Well, you remember how that huge robot just appeared up in space? Alright, the one that messed up the fabric of space-time or whatever? That's the one. They're saying the robot originally came from Japan, so did the little white one that stopped it. I heard that too. It's making the rounds online. It came from the Japan island called Southern Cross Island. They're called Cybodies, I think. Southern Cross Island. Cybodies. That's what I saw at least. I don't believe everything, but don't believe everything you read on the internet, right? Folks, in real life could learn a lesson or two from this, I'm not gonna lie. But anyway, they're on the outskirts. Fly bodies from Southern Cross Island, you say? Yeah, just a bunch of rumors though. I guess the secret got out when the seals were broken. You know about those things, Cross? A little. That South Cross Island place has alien artifacts on it. What, just lying around? They're humanoid robots called Cybodies, powered by their pilot's libido. That is, their desires. And here's the fun part. When the king of the Cybody wakes up, it's supposed to absorb all the libidos from every human alive. That sounds bad, I think. Pretty bad, yeah. Libido is like life energy. If yours gets sucked out of you, you're effectively dead meat. Hang on, and this thing's out there right now. Why aren't we on our way to smash it? Well, slow down. Those aliens knew how bad it could get, and they kindly set up a system to keep their Cybodies under control. It's called Zero Time. It's like a pocket dimension, and the Cybodies can't operate outside of it. So even if this killer robot gets into our plane of existence, it won't actually work. Okay, that sounds better, so we're good, right? Speak for yourself, I don't feel safe at all, personally. That massive robot that popped in space, that was one of these Cybody things, right? Meaning, someone figured out a way to get it out of Zero Time. Oh great. Let's wear our asses over to Southern Cross Island and tear this king robot down. Would you chill for 1 second? It's already done for us. Wait, so the robot that appeared in space, you guessed it, that was the Cybody King. And the dimensional distortion, when it appeared, would have been at a 0 time collapsing and the robot's libido absorption starting up. Lucky for us, the Cybody King was stopped by another Cybody, and everything turned out fine. Well, good thing we've got the Special Stealth Forces to give us the scoop. All part of the job. So you're telling me that all of humanity was almost wiped out and we didn't even know about it. We had a special detachment keeping an eye on Southern Cross Island in case we had to step in, but the problem solved itself. Then we really owe whoever stopped that king, right? Here's where we get into real classified part. Our intel says the Cybody that stopped it is called Talburn. Talburn. So that's the robot that saved the world. What do you think the pilot's like? Yes, what is he like, huh? Woohoo, it's a C. So, there is supposed to be one, what's it called? One assist link as part of the expansion pack. I suspect it's going to be Star Driver because they are the ones that aren't from a different plane of existence. So, seriously, you don't get enough of the sea on Southern Cross Island? That's not the point, Takuto. It sure isn't. The sea is beautiful in a completely different way from the sea around the island. I think that's just you, Wako. You see something fresh and exciting in everything. Haha, maybe. Well, there's a lot more to see. There's a big wide world waiting out there. And now that you two are finally off the island, we're going to see all kinds of stuff that will knock your socks off. Heck yeah. As long as we're careful, there's a lot more danger out there than we figured too. Yeah, when I was stuck on the island, I didn't know if it'd be okay leaving it. It'll be fine, that's what I'm here for. Though if one of those weird media if it's one of those weird media things, I might be in over my head. Well, I am for one glad we have you here to watch us, so watch out for us, Takuto. Yeah, I got you covered. Blah. Oh, sorry, are you okay? Hey, watch it. Where were you even looking? Out over the beautiful water. Huh? Sparkling under the bright sun and blue sky, you should try looking up a little. See, if you're not going to see that gorgeous sky, if you ever look down at your feet all the time. Honestly though, from where I'm standing, it's your fault for not paying attention to what's ahead of you. You don't have to put it like that, Sugata. Sugata. You aren't hurt, are you? No, I'm fine. Are you all by yourself? Where are your parents? She must be lost. I kinda got the impression she was in a hurry, actually. Eep. Oh, I get it. You were running away from these bad guys, huh? How'd you know they're bad guys? I got a nose for this stuff. Sugata, Wako, keep an eye on her. Okay. Move. Why, so you can stalk a sweet little girl on a gorgeous day like this? I'm good where I am, thanks. Then die. Ack. Get down. Ninja Fang. Kirikure. Packs enough punch to knock out an android at as easy as anything else. Well, that took guts, kid. Well done. But these guys aren't flesh and blood humans, so let us deal with them. Wait, are you the Doman Cashew? Guess you can spend the entire life on the island in the middle of nowhere and still know about the Gundam of Gundams. What's that about an island? Hold that thought, we're not out of the woods yet. Takuto, look up at the sky that way. Those are... Enter the Ginga Bishonen. AKA enter the Galactic Pretty Boy. It's Velvex. And they're coming this way. The Kudo. Already on it.
アプリ坊主
Anyway, I shouldn't actually be typing this anymore. Or saying this anymore.
Ginga! Bishonen! Taliban! Compartment!
Alright, it wasn't like something ripped exactly from a series, so I won't have to cut that out. But GSA is bewildered. You picked it up. Alright, so we get Exploding Tower Galaxy Beam. That sounds fancy. Alright, so we got 10 enemies. Let's just go jump on a building. And we're actually just gonna pass the turn. That way we can show off this. This music's not too bad either.
対象を突起戦力に認定。
人が乗ってないなら遠慮なしで行く。銀河を満たせ。タウの輝き。炸裂。タウ銀河ビーム。
戦闘行動の維持は不可能。
Yeah. Gains Ace bonus. Gain 3 more at the start of your own phase, as well as 10 additional SP on top of the base 5 SP. Ooh. That's kind of cool. I don't know if it's going to entirely be useful for us, but it's fine. We'll just let the enemies get closer. And then we'll see if we get reinforcements on turn 2 maybe, or whether or not we have to lay a smackdown. Alright, we will move back just a bit. And we will see if anything happens on turn 3. Because ideally, I don't want to waste money. Okay, so we do have more enemies. Alright. To A advents here. So we get to send 12 units out, that's pretty decent. Yeah, that'll do. Everyone's calling him Galactic Buddy Boy. Alright, so there should be plenty of oh, I might have forgot to put a card on these guys for their morale purposes. Oops. Do we got anyone that can... Yeah, okay. 1, 2, 3. There we go. Alright, this link. There we go. 1. Alright, yeah, we'll just sort out bosses stuff actually. 1. 2. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. Should have taken into consideration that we didn't have a battleship potential, so that's oops on me. Alright, so that's boss of stuff all done. We are now going to move around. Stab that one. Do that, that's 2. Alright, we'll do that to activate charge effectively. That's 2, 3. 4. 5. Alrighty. 5. Six. Seven, yeah, so we should have enough to get everyone up to rank 3 at least at the end of this map. I should have taken that into consideration when I was actually picking deployment, but that's my bad. So I think that should be enough. If not, I will probably throw one more at it by the end of the map, so... Alright. And then we'll just wait one more turn. I'll probably give one to Far. Actually. No, I should probably give them to both of these guys. On hindsight. Get the most out of Piranha Converters, right? Oh, it's in range anyway, so that didn't matter. Alright, boom. Alright, so Iris is still clearly about. Oh dear. Alright, so in the conference room. So you're the one who defeated the Cybody King and saved the world. That's one way to put it, I guess. But when the king was defeated, the Cybodies were freed from Zero Time and able to operate in the real world. That's why we left Southern Cross Island and started traveling around the world, stopping people who try to use Cybodies for evil. I should introduce myself properly. My name is Taketo Tsushinashi. And I'm the Cybody Tailburn Star Driver. And the Ginga Bishonen thing. That's what you call a driver when they're synced with a Cybody. Oh, I see. But I have to say, yeah, I think you really live up to the title. Yeah, we go. I saw this coming a mile away. Thanks, Representative Ichigo. Mind if we cut into the sweet moment? My name is Sugata Shindo, and I'm Wako Ogamaki. And they were part of the whole Cybody situation back on Southern Cross Island too. That's how we met Takudo. It's a long story. Though all I really did was get freed from the island after the dust settled. Anyway, you said you were stopping people using Cybodies for evil. I think we pretty much wrapped that part up. And now we're just traveling the world and enjoying our newfound freedom. Yeah, more or less what he said. Though we run the risk of getting held back if we're gone from school for much longer. What if you took classes aboard the A event? Abroad? As it so happens, we're trying to make the A event a fully functional nation on its own right. One of the initiatives in that regard is inviting students from other nations to study with us. It sounds to me like you're interested in Tunburn's power. Are you? I'd be lying if I denied it. We do need all the power we can get if we're to fight for freedom and peace. But what piqued my interest more than that was that you said to Kudo about enjoying the world. What do you mean? My own world only extends to the walls of my manor until not too long ago. But journeying aboard the A event taught me how big the world is, how fun and magical it is. It really has changed my whole life. So I figured, when what you want to do and ought to do are the one and the same, you can hear the world speaking to you. Takudo. You said that before, and I feel the same way now, same as I did when I got to South Cross Island. And let's take her up on it, guys. I think if we stay on the A event, we can enjoy the world so much more. Heck yeah. Sure, it'll be a good experience. Then I'll get in touch with your school and make sure everything is sorted for your official stay with us. Thank you so much. I was still hoping you would help Shadows out, Takudo. What do you say? No problem. Then Wako and I will support him however we can. Yeah, anything we can help with, let us know. Okay, so they are going to be the assist link. Community got that one right, I guess. But it makes sense. In that case, welcome aboard everyone. It's wonderful to have you. Pleasure is ours. Sorry, is all ours. We'll do whatever we can to help out the A event. So Sugura Wako, it's a whole new chapter in our journey. Let's enjoy our youth together here on the A event. They're not bad. It's very likely we'll probably be able to cover 2 DLC in the following episodes, so. Alright, so we get Oi Halkin. That's pretty interesting. And not a bad, decent amount of money. But boy, are we going to be bleeding money real soon in terms of upgrades and everything, so oh boy. Oh good, just in time. So I was hoping this would be the case. I'll show off the Ace chat next episode, and then we'll get into probably On the Run and Idolmaster. But there's also the front missions coming up, which means I can get Great Ace on everyone, so we'll do that. First things first though, let's go to... Okay. So his custom bonus is 50. Okay, that's an unfortunate custom bonus. Ouch. But I suppose you're pretty good in everything else, so you know. Your ace bonus and custom bonus is a little lacking and leave to be desired, but on the other hand, oh my god, your pilot skill is amazing. Okay, well that's that done. Alright, so we'll call it an episode there, folks. So thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoyed. And in the next 2 episodes, hopefully we will get through all the initial DLC and the recruitment. So see you then.